All right, so I want to do a video about the P Diddy, right? And he's been arrested, okay, all for doing to a lot of sex crimes allegedly. We still because he's innocent to proven guilty, but it's just a lot of lawsuits going on. I might be all over the place with this video just for a little bit, but just because there's just so much going on and so much is coming out by the feds. Now, Cassie Ventura was his long-term girlfriend. We seen that video, that viral video, when she was severely beaten and abused by Sean Diddy Combs in 2016 in a hotel. She was running away, trying to get away from him. I don't know. She wanted him to participate, want her to participate in these, sex acts, enforcing our own will. So this lawsuit came upon wait, no, way back like January-ish. And so now that he's been arrested in September 16th, a federal court in Manhattan released a lot of charges against Combs for racketeering, right, which is huge: sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution, allege and abuse, threaten, coerce women and others around him to fulfill sexual desires, to protect his reputation and conceal his conduct. Now, like I say, he's been doing this allegedly, they said, since the 90s, and also two of the freak offs when the federal government actually raided his home, one of his properties, and they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Now, I was thinking like, okay, that's just weird. Why would we have baby oil? Maybe he was using that for lubricants or sexual satisfaction. But they say it was GHB, like some type of drugs syndicated in there, where he would, try to, lace people's drinks, and they go, they would just pretty much not know anything what's going on. They'd be numb to it, and he would sadly take advantage of them. You look at one of the producers for him, Little Rod Ronnie Jones, and he was saying that he was forcing him, he was getting sexually assaulted, groped and everything, and he wanted him to participate in some sex acts out of his own will. And he actually filed a lawsuit as well. You had people like Lisa Garland. This is back in the 90s when she actually met Combs. People throughout the industry, she was, according to her claim, that she was sexually assaulted and raped. You look at Lee Cardella Smith, April Lampros. Cardella Smith actually filed a SA lawsuit in June 2024 this year, and it was a Michigan judge that granted a petition, temporary restraining order to prevent Combs from selling property for 90 days. That was interesting. That was actually information stated from the Law and Crime Network. They said he asked the court to enter a default judgment because of the lack of response from Combs, and a default judgment is when a person fails to respond or take action, right? So the court entered $100 million default judgment against him, where he had to pay $10 million a month. Now, therefore, his network is dropping. But with a Cardella Smith, he's actually in prison right now for other crimes and stuff too, orchestrated. But things are getting life. But the crazy part is that when he filed this thing, he was just saying like, yeah, at the time, yeah, P Diddy, SA him, he was, I think according to his lawsuit, is that he spiked his drink. Like, he didn't want to drink too much, but Cone kind of forced him, like, hey man, drink this, take this. And he took it, and next he was just kind of blacked out, and he woke up, and Diddy admitted that he took advantage of him. So some crazy stuff going on, man. Don Richard, this was interesting. Don Richard on September 10th, 2024, this right before Combs was arrested. She was a singer, a Daddy House record, a recording studio, and Harvey Pierre Combs. Dante King formed by Combs and Diddy Dirty Money. She was accused. He accused her of stealing her copyright work. He denied her food, inhumane treatment and work, and sleep and hold meetings in his underwear. She sued for SA and sex trafficking and trash of hard human labor. You got Tolia Graves. September 24, 2024, she sued Combs in the Southern District, New York, under the Gender Violation Protection Act, right? So that protects the statute of limitations of any type of violence against things that's motivated through gender. She was 25 years old at the time, and she was lured to her studio, drugged, and by her bodyguard as well, Joseph Sherman. Visually savagely raped. Let's say RAPD, and then it said degrade the victim and boyfriend through recordings she found in November 27, 2023. Yeah, it goes on and on, and this is like the feds are literally just kind of like they seeking out these information. I mean, I've seen like different videos. Some people say they have alleged. You can still say alleged. You know, have videos of big time celebrities participating in these freak offs and things of that nature, man. But when you get people across state lines and having them perform sex acts and forcing people to participate in, I mean, that's a crazy thing, man. So it's only a matter of time. I believe this court case. I think this case is gonna go to trial. And I mean, a plea deal, people say it would be smart for him to do a plea deal, but could he be doing 20, 30 years? And then there's also two gun charges as well, serial numbers. In some states, that was stated that, hey, you can get 10 years for that. And some states actually count if you have illegal possession of a weapon. They count about how many rounds you have, and that will determine your sentencing. So, more information is going to come out. I'll probably have to make maybe multiple videos about this, but I kind of want to say this, like, hey, man, if this is all true, like, he needs to go down. I know that his mother, Janice Combs, I think she's ended up saying a statement. Yeah, I mean, she wanted to stand up for her son and everything too. But I mean, that video, she even condemned him for that video, the Cassie video that went viral. I mean, cause was wrong, and then Diddy ended up making a video trying to apologize and saying that he wasn't in the right mental state. He was in a dark place. But man, and they said allegedly he blew up like Kid Cudi's car when she ended up dating him. It's a lot of crazy things, man. And videos just coming out in the Daily Mail. So I'm diagnosed into it. Maybe the AI is just feeding me this too. But also too the stuff that went on with minors. I mean, you look at it with Justin Bieber was coming up when he was under Usher's management. Usher led him on into this and introduced him to the industry, saying he was SA. It's just so much. I mean, minors as 9 years old. That's ridiculous, man. So I mean, God had to step in and do something about this. So I'm this definitely, if this goes to trial, because I think too, he's been denied bail for a few times, and so yeah, they took away pretty much his freedom, can't really speak or address anything, and they denied his bail for the most part. Is that he want to go against the government rule and interrupt the case, the sensitive case here. So they got tapes. They said they got tapes for high profile celebrities, man, and something that can shut the industry down. This how significant this is. October 9th, today, they said Combs' lawyer requested trial in April or May of 2025 for his sex trafficking charges. Though prosecutors have not yet disclosed their own trial date preference, yesterday lawyers for Combs filed paperwork, late Tuesday, asking he be allowed to await trial outside the Metropolitan Detention Center where he resides. Claimed the initial decision to deny him bail was unfairly. Yeah, at least want him to have some type of freedom, right? Distortion by the attention on the case. The initial judge, who has since been replaced, ruled Combs should stay in jail so he can't use his money and influence to interfere in the government's case against him. Yeah. Janice, January 6th, she said something. Tony Buzbee, this was key here on October 1st, according to the timeline, when he said it has 120 lawsuits. I think he said he had at least over 3,280 calls. That's probably more, and according to his law firm, man. And he's notorious for, he's gonna speak up for, the SA victims, man. I'm looking at LA Carter. I mean, she was on TikTok explaining like when she was young and how she was just taken advantage of. I mean, this man had cocaine, ketamine, Viagra. I mean, these freakouts used to go on for days. I'm thinking this is going on for like a couple hours, whatever, after the after party. But man, like this had this go on for days, and to the point that they need IV drips, and so they need to get this, and this was very orchestrated. So whoever was involved with this, they said that he learned this information, all this stuff from Clyde Davis, who was Whitney Houston's manager too. And they said, was he responsible for Whitney Houston's death? I made a video a while back in 2015 about Bobby Christina. Whitney Houston said, or the state to him, but it's some freaky stuff that's going on, man. It really is. But the thing is too, what motivated this? What motivated this? With 50 Cent, I was reading this too. Well, his statement when he was trying to do a lawsuit against the Delago, beverage company. I think the Jennings family owned that. And he was partnered with Ciroc since 2007. I mean, he was sometimes making like 60 million a year. I mean, he was making a lot of money, partnering that. And that's an alcoholic beverage company in international in the UK. And I think when he wanted some type of ownership, I think that's when things started getting tricky. 2013, and he had this lawsuit, and I think he withdrew it due to this allegations that's being coming against Diddy, man. And that could be another reasons too. But Diddy could be just the gatekeeper. I'm pretty sure he wasn't the only one doing these type of things, man. So there's a lot of people that might be going down. I mean, this is notorious. This is huge in Hollywood. This is huge in the legal system, the legal world. I mean, damn near like the O.J. Simpson case. So, but yeah, man, I think this, like I said, it's gonna go to trial, and I think they're really pushing this forward, and we're gonna really see. He has the right to a speedy trial. I mean, damn, man, they got all these tapes. He has recordings of every single thing, and he probably can use that for blackmail. And the thing is too with the victims, I mean, sexual assault is very very tricky because you can't really blame the victims of not, because some people say, oh, why they just not saying something now? I mean, you don't know if he probably threatened them. I mean, this man is worth over $500 million. He's damn near a billionaire, man, and he probably had to know some powerful people to like, hey, if you retaliate, if I find out that you're trying to do something against me, I'm just thinking this out, he might go ahead and know some people to take them out, and they're probably fear for their life. And then too, this is very traumatizing because they got to keep retelling their story. But I think now, since they have the confidence, I think with the Cassie thing, they kind of laid the foundation for a lot of people that he hurt. Still say he's innocent to proven guilty, right? To go ahead and share their story and their testimony, and file a lawsuit and get the right people. But y'all tell me what y'all think, man. This is just my thoughts on it, man. I'm definitely going to monitor this, but I just want to give like a good concrete video on this. But I love you guys, man. Thank you for being here for 11 minutes. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. It's your boy Link Jr. I'm out.